So, last time on Beneath Dead Skies, we had 5 oddball adventurers, and they all kind of found their way together through different means. Um, it began when a summons was sent out into the world by the Lord of Cape Gorn, a distant and small human village on the Crescent Coast. The Lord offered a ridiculous amount of gold of 5,000 gold pieces to any adventurers that would come assist him in a personal matter. The sum was so large that the town was just flooded with adventurers from all corners of the world. It was under this guise of this legendary gathering that has never happened before in this region that our adventurers, you guys, traveled to the city, all while actually pursuing different matters. Whilst traveling the trade trails to the city of Cape Gorn, Shrimble, the Wateran sorcerer, and Ulrich, the human bard, encountered a bizarre creature. The creature, seemingly made of stone and rocks and was animated to life, attacked a little girl in the forest adjacent to the trail. Shrimble and Ulrich intervened and saved the girl's life after it became clear that the creature was a half-mad Bowden. And just a reminder what a Bowden is, it's what Marx's race is. It's a construct of uh, ancient technology animating soil or earth or whatever was nearby when it activated. The little girl, without much of a word of even thanks, wandered back into the city unharmed after you defeated the creature. Shrimble and Ulrich agreed to stay together while they pursued their own personal matters. Shrimble was seeking out a hidden portal in the town, while Ulrich was trying to find out about a mysterious figure that had been following him from town to town and to intervene on that. Meanwhile, our other adventurers arrived in Cape Horn via boat. Unfortunately, your trading vessel was stopped right in the bay of Cape Horn, and it was apprehended by 2 men that claimed to represent a group called the Eternals. One was just in a cloak, but the other one was burly, large, and dressed out in full gladiator armor. Um, they were hoping to strike a deal with Vander, since he's a human, just to pay a toll to get through. However, the arrogant racism of the Eternals, since they claim to represent all humans in the area, was too much for Bibble, which caused him to strike out at the Eternals, and a fight broke out on the boat. Eventually, you guys took down the burly Eternal, and the other one escaped, swearing vengeance on you.
The A plot.
The A plot. Yeah. You guys found your ways back to the back to Cape Horn, and you took care of the body of the one you basically pummeled to death or near death, and you decided that you would stay together for the meantime, since all of your personal matters kind of aligned with each other. Bibble was there to meet with his father,
Not my real father.
well, his foster father, who taught him the ways of being a priest, and currently your foster father, whose last name is Jameson.
That's right.
Jameson. Father Jameson was staying at the Lord's Manor, advising him on personal matters since strange creatures were popping up in town recently. And Batu, you also need to go to the Lord's Manor because you were summoned here by Sir Palamedes.
Yep.
An old contact of yours and your old leader in the organization you used to be part of. Mm-hmm. He also, conveniently, was advising the Lord of Gorn. And also, wow, convenient, look at that. Vander, you were here to see your overseer, Viz, a Vasper Lord from the Commonwealth. He too was advising the Lord of Gorn in financial matters.
As he should.
What's a Vasper?
We might be the Sporecast.
Yeah, what is Vasper? So a Vasper is they're little bat folk. They hover about 2 feet off the ground. They're an alien race that came to Earth along with Wateran and Ildevarin and the Eldriv. What separates Vasper from everything else is that whereas like there's millions of Ildevarin, there's millions of humans, there's millions of Wateran, there's only about a couple dozen Vasper in the entire world. But they're so insanely rich, and they have their ties and hands and just about everything, that it seems like they have a big influence upon culture.
Bought out my old caravan. That's why I'm working for him now.
So, on your guys' way to the Lord's Manor, you stopped at a busy tavern, the Rusty Bucket. There you found Ulrich already performing, trying to heft in up his gold sack. Yeah.
Not how I would describe it, but yes.
And Trimble was sitting in the audience, just admiring,
Ain't that the truth?
getting to know his new friend. And Sir Palamedes came up to you, Batu, and told you that one of the reasons he was in this town was to look out for someone called the Mad Minstrel, Ulrich Ismon, and to save him because he was most likely a target of Eternals at this point. And that proved almost immediately to be true, as an assassin appeared in the middle of the crowd and gave you the choice of either not playing music or only playing music for the Eternals. Well, not playing music, dying, or only playing music for the Eternals. You refused to compromise your artistic ability, and you chose to kill the man.
Good for you.
I didn't kill the man. He got away.
You chose to
I barely even fought him.
pursue murder then.
Hey, I disarmed him. Everyone else killed him. Or tried to kill him.
So a fight broke out between the assassin and the group. You guys jumped in, being the heroes that you are, and you guys all realized that you kind of had common goals. You guys head toward the manor after the assassin escaped, because you guys just kind of sat there talking about it for like 5 minutes, and the assassin just poofed out of there. You eventually found your way to Lord Gorn's manor. Now, once you got to Lord Gorn's manor, you found out a couple of things that kind of made you realize just what the state of this town actually was. So first off, there is no 500,000 gold pieces. That was a complete fabrication.
Yep.
It turns out that a couple weeks earlier, that the mine that supports Cape Gorn started flooding with these strange creatures, much like the creature that you fought at the beginning. Lord Gorn made the decision to plug the mine up and lock it up so none can get out. But in the meantime, there were still creatures all around the area, and the city was certainly to be doomed. And also, no one was working, so there was no real economy in the city at this point. And also, Lord Gorn was terrified that the Eternals would use this opportunity to take over the town. So he brought in some advisors. He brought in Father Jameson to kind of figure out what these creatures are. He brought in Viz to financially support the town during this time. And he brought in Sir Palamedes to figure out a way to deal with these creatures. Palamedes came up with the idea of creating the bounty. And the bounty would do two things. It would flood the town with adventurers, so the Eternals wouldn't dare try to take over a town full with armed soldiers, regardless of what they stand for. And also, he hoped that among those adventurers, there would be 3 or 4 that would be willing to do this job for free. And you guys are the schmucks.
I've been schmeckable.
I was forced into it.
There's only 4 of us because I've been carrying you around the whole time.
So with Lord Gordon's sob story, he convinced you guys to go down into the mine and take care of it. This all has a certain importance to all of you already, so it wasn't just his sob story. For Trimble, he was seeking out a portal anyway, and he thought the mine might be the source of the portal. That might be abandoned or broken or ignored or whatever. For Ulrich, this is a chance to write a mighty song. Nothing like this has happened in this area. This gathering already was legendary. So this is kind of the apex of the moment. Sorry, the climax of the moment. For Bibble, this was his chance to prove himself as a priest. It turns out that Father Jameson had summoned him to strip him of his title as missionary. Probably send him to work as like a farmer somewhere or something like that for the rest of his days.
Send him to a farm upstate.
You don't get tired. You'd be a great farmer.
Oh yeah.
But
all day.
they saw this as an opportunity to kind of make amends for your drunken ways. Viz also saw this as a financial opportunity. Whatever might be down there might be worth money, so he's sending you to take care of it, Vander.
I was ordered into it.
And Sir Palamedes has his own goals that you share with him, Batu. So he was hoping that you would follow pursuit on that. So as you guys approach the tunnel, you were encountered by some adventurers in the town already. They were challenging you for the right to clear the tunnel, still believing that it would be worth $500,000 gold. Meander let it slip that not only is the 500,000 gold bounty not real at all, that the Lord of Gorn is completely and entirely broke, and hence the city is completely entirely broke.
Yeah, way to go.
Hey, it wasn't my
That's a good
lie.
move.
I keep my lies pretty well on the reps.
The adventurers took that information and left.
We tried to chase after them, though.
Yeah, they
No,
got
we
out of
didn't.
there.
We discussed it for 10 minutes
Yeah.
and then left.
Oh.
Okay. After that, you guys went down to the mine. You were immediately assaulted by these strange creatures, which you realized too were Bowden constructs. Not the kind of Bowden that Marcus is. He's a Bowden dwarf. He has the
Civilized.
appearance of a dwarf made of stone and made of soil. But Bowden can be anything. They can look like anything that their minds, the AI fragments in them, were composed of. So in this case, it looked like giant scorpions made of soil and stone. Centipedes, yeah, centipedes. As you guys got farther down into the tunnel, you found what appeared to be a massive spaceship, an alien spacecraft, that was beneath the city of Gorn. And it had been there for eons, maybe. The ship was so massive it would be impossible to explore on your own, but you found the center of it was split in two by a massive cavern that went deep into the earth. At the bottom of the cavern, a component of the ship had fallen down and had somehow slightly activated, and it was leaking. Now, your portal sense told you that this was a portal of some kind, but what you were mistaking it for was it was actually the ship's engine, which is the same technology that Portaran portals use.
Okay.
So the ship was the engine was oscillating and going from its off position to its starting position, but not finishing the rotation all the way. So every 60 seconds, it was making a pulse of energy out into the cavern. This was causing these Bowden constructs to wake up and start terrorizing the town. So you guys need to take care of it. You fought off a massive Bowden spider, and then you decided to destroy the machine. When you destroyed it, it collapsed in on itself. And laying there on the pedestal appeared to be a small boy. Human boy, about 6 or 7 years old. The entire cavern started collapsing around him. He gestured for you to hold his hands, and when you did, you teleported out of there.
There's something up with his eyes too.
Yes.
The colors.
He has the same eyes that the prophet has, where when you look in them, it's almost like you see stars.
Okay.
And we fought a spider.
And you fought a spider.
And I became a door.
And you did become a
That
door.
was the
Did
highlight
become
of
the
the
door.
session.
You did possess a door. Yeah.
Then he died.
And I became a door.
You lived a lifetime as a door. It was very...
It was very fulfilling.
What half of your existence is missing? What do you do?
Alright, so the boy teleported you back to the mansion, and you found that there was a massive riot happening outside the mansion's gates. Because assumably someone had told someone that the entire city was broke, and that this army of adventurers were not even going to possibly get paid.
Who
Ulrich.
could have done that?
Ulrich.
Who could
And
have
it's not like
done
there's
that?
it's not like there's a human supremacy group that might take advantage of that or anything. Okay, so you guys find your way back into the manor. The guard lets you in, and you guys discussed it with the 3 advisors along with Lord Gorn. They all agreed that this boy is extremely important. Not only did he come into this world pretty much the same way as the Prophet did, whereas like the Prophet got a glimpse of portal space, I gave him his abilities, this boy appears to be made right from portal space. So he could be potentially as strong as the Prophet. He could be stronger than the Prophet. Who knows? His abilities are impossible to tell at this point. So a lot of people want to get their hands on him. On top of that, he's human. The Prophet was an Eldriv. So he was already working his way up as an alien. But this boy is a human, so if the Eternals got their hand on him, that would probably not be great. So you guys came up with a plan. First thing you do is just figure out what this boy is. And you're going to do that by going to the Pateran Enclave. Evan's people. Trimble's people, rather. To do that, you would have to go to the nearest portal and send a message ahead of time and see where where they're currently meeting. And that might just be a matter of taking a quick portal over there, which might save you some time.
Hopefully.
And the second thing was you're going to take the boy down to the Prophet himself. He lives in the city of Pax Tempest, which is in the center of the Prophet lands. Right there at the bottom of our map. Hopefully, the Prophet himself could even give more insight on what to do with this child, and also, that's probably the safest place in the world for him. Okay. So, you guys are currently in the Lord's Manor. It's been one day, since you exited the mines and learned about the boy. You've spent this time just gathering your supplies, healing up, and wrapping up duties with your advisors and the Lord of Gorn himself. The Lord of Gorn didn't have much money, but he did give you a little bit of traveling money that he had stowed away. So he went ahead and gave you guys 100 gold pieces each.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ballin'.
It's like right on my shoulder.
He says this is all he has. And, well, he does want to thank you for what you've done. He does want you to take this gold in mind that its main goal is to assist the child in whatever way.
I'll make them Benjamin.
I will guard this child with my life. He is the second prophet.
You say something about this gold?
Father Jameson took you aside last night. He brought you to the church.
Yeah.
Jungle Adjar.
He locked the door.
No.
And he anointed you as a priest of the prophet.
Am I now Father Pipple McGillicuddy?
You are Father McGillicuddy.
Yes.
Why do you Palpatine laugh at that?
Yeah.
Step one of the plans.
Do it.
Got from Kid Cuddy to Father Cuddy.
Sir Palamedes took you aside, Batu. And he said he was going to leave with you guys.
Okay.
To head down to the Pateran Enclave.
Oh, okay.
At least a little bit. There's going to be a fork in the road where you guys have to split. He was going to head down to La Renault, one of the bigger human cities on the coast.
Okay.
He said after you guys take care of business at the Pateran Enclave, come to La Renault.
Okay.
Viz. Viz left without saying anything to you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's the way I like it. I don't like micromanages.
You did actually find a small message on your bedside. It's a receipt for his times and services.
File it later.
Okay. The riot outside has just gotten worse and worse. Even as you guys look out from the mansion at it, you can tell that it's definitely, while what Vander did might have sparked it, it was probably never going to happen no matter what. And it's definitely being made worse and worse by the Eternals. As you look in the crowd, you see adventurers, you see locals from the town. But every now and then, as you look a little bit closer, you see someone in those same silver cloaks. Just kind of dotted. In the back, the front, the middle, the side.
We don't recognize that, do we?
You do.
Like so
And they
many
point-
sprinkles over a cake. The Eternals have infested this city.
They sound delicious.
Yeah, it's a nice way to describe terrorists. Sprinkles in a cake. Okay. So the following day, Palamedes arrives. He gathers you guys. He says, "Okay, I found a way for us to get safely out of the town. Someone's agreed to help us. obviously it wouldn't be good to show our faces since, well, they think you're carrying 500,000 gold. And the other half of them just want to hurt you.
Mr. Palamedes, how's the kid been doing?
The kid, yeah, well...
Oh, we forgot him.
Oh shit, okay. He hasn't said a word.
He's outside.
Do you know his name?
He didn't tell us. Too busy warping portal space.
We have not spoken to this child since we found him.
I thought you were the father.
Yeah.
Do I look like I have a paternal bone in my body?
Mr. McGillicuddy, what happened to your voice?
Oh, sorry.
Bit of a cold.
Yeah, the boy's a strange one. We have some of the maids tending to him, but he's not said a word. He doesn't have a name. He just kind of just stares off into the distance. You'd think there was something broken about him.
Go to him. He needs a father.
Let's see what you did then. But you were talking about getting us out of here?
Yes.
Oh, you were talking about getting us out of here. Dang it! I'll get the hang of it.
Yes. It appears a family of traders that just recently came to the town. I guess they're deciding to leave, but apparently one of you helped them out, and they're more than willing to smuggle you out of the city.
Look who's helping out now. It's you.
Was it me?
It was a father, a daughter, and a little girl.
Oh, it was us.
Oh, so it
The
was me.
girl.
Sorry.
It was us.
I believe their name is Sally, Michael, and Rose Venzel.
The names don't sound familiar, but we did help a little girl all the way into town.
Okay, well, it appears your good deeds are paying off already then.
Where's the boy?
He's waiting in a guest room.
We should gather him and leave as soon as we can.
Perhaps one of you should. You're going to be spending a lot of time with him. He needs to trust you.
I'll go speak to the boy.
Okay.
Walk off to...
You snap it on your way. You do little skips.
This little boy pops into existence. First thing he sees is this giant rock man skipping down the road.
Snapping the flint and steel hands.
When I snap, is there like a dust cloud?
Sure.
Yeah.
Palamedes, are we not worried about the town when we leave?
Palamedes leads in. The Eternals were always going to take this town.
So this was foreseen ahead of time.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I didn't think there was much we could do.
We'll gather our resources, take care of this business, and assess the situation later.
Okay.
But a city like Cape Gorin, where there's so much hatred and despisal, or what's the word? Resentment for aliens, this was inevitable. We were just holding it off.
Yeah. Alright, well, if you say we're not, we'll come back to it later, then I'll trust you.
Hopefully the Lord himself will leave too. I can't imagine there being much of a place for him after this.
He probably wouldn't make it better.
No. Well, the Fensels are waiting for all 5 of you. Well, 6 with the boy. Their cart is out back in the barn. I suppose this is it.
Would it not be easier for the Lord to leave with us?
I've asked him to. He just says this is where he was raised and this is where he'll stay.
Seems like a captain that will go down with the ship. An honorable man.
It seems that Viz is already gone and Father Jameson's going to stay around for a while too. I wouldn't worry about him. A priest of the prophet's still well respected in these areas.
Just not you, because you're an alien.
Yes.
Yeah. Priests hold like some like heavy duty respect and power in this world, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go round up the kid.
Yeah, I'll go with Pibble.
Yeah, Palamedes leaves to go set up the meet you guys at the cart.
Just want to make sure Pibble doesn't do anything weird with the kid.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
You don't hear anything.
A young unconscious boy.
I'm a good priest, okay? I'm gonna knock on the door.
Anoint him like the poop.
Oh yeah, he can't speak. I'm going. Oh, coming in, and I'm gonna go inside.
Did you say come in?
No, I said I'm coming in,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
You knock on his door and go, come in.
Okay. Okay, you go in. You just see the boy. He's sitting in some local clothing, obviously meant for kids. It's nice because it was obviously from the Lord's Manor, but nothing too ornate. He's just sitting on the end of his bed, just staring down on the ground.
Child, how fair are you on this day? Are you okay, lad? Are you feeling alright? I understand that this whole thing must be pretty scary. Do you know how long you were in there? Do you have a name?
Can you not speak, child?
He doesn't say anything.
I think he'd feel better if he had a name. Son, I'll name you Jameson.
So wait, now there's two Jamesons? No,
Yeah.
I'm confused.
After the man who trained me. It's a good name. You should be proud of that name.
He stares at you blankly.
Do you like that name?
He stares at you blankly.
Well, if you don't like it, please speak up. We're going to leave,
Just let me
and we'll take you to somebody who kind of understands your position. What you went through, at least.
He stares blankly.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna explain this to him.
No, fair enough. I think that's fair. Okay.
We'll try to keep you safe and away from harm on the road, but it's going to be a long road, and you must understand that the people that you're with, us here who are leaving town with you, are people who will keep you safe. If you're ever in trouble, you must find us. But is his eyes still like crazy? Was he wearing glasses?
He stares blankly at you and says something.
Okay. How do his eyes look still?
Oh, you still see the stars on him.
Okay. Is there like a any like super thin cloth in this room?
There's some bed sheets.
I'm gonna hold them up and try and like see through them in the light. Like, are they thin enough to like kind of see through?
Sure.
Okay.
Disguise him as a ghost.
I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut them into a strip, and I'm going to tie it around the boy's head.
Marcus!
We can pretend he's blind.
Yeah, this is gonna make the kid feel so much better. Yeah, let's blindfold him and kidnap
He
him.
doesn't know what's going on. He can see through the things. I just don't want people to see his eyes. Would you prefer people to see his eyes?
So
What if we just give the kid like a
there's-
helmet?
There's a priest
That's
and a
what
kid
I'm
in this
gonna
room, and you're
That's the-
bounding in blind
Yes!
room.
Boy, no, let's just give the kid a helmet with like a visor.
How a blind kid in medieval times is less conspicuous than some kid walking around in just a helmet.
We're
No,
post
it's-
apoc times.
Yeah. It's also less of...
I have an idea.
It's weird than the fact that,
Blinded.
you know, I don't want to tie this kid up. Like, even
I
if
have
it's like the
two
blindfold him.
disguises.
We're trying to, like, comfort
Okay.
him.
He
It
can
comes
see
with my
through
Well, hey,
the
class.
cloth.
Okay.
I have two disguises.
Okay.
You know what one of them is, and we can't use that one, so we gotta use the other one.
Okay. What's the
What's
other
that
one?
one?
I don't know. I didn't write it down. we never decided. Whenever we were talking about it,
Well, we'll
Well, you
see.
can't,
Just
well, you
make
can't
it
take
out
me to
of
it now because you're not in the same room.
but
Just make it out of stuff you can find in the palace.
that's true. Yeah. We can
And then
just
you can
make.
decide what it is.
The point is, we can make a disguise. We don't have to blindfold him or anything. We can
Well,
just-
Marcus doesn't want him to see his eyes.
I don't
That's
want
the whole
anybody to
point.
see his
well, we
eyes.
can make a disguise out of it.
It's a thin enough cloth.
There-
How
there's-
about some glasses?
We can just tell people he's blind and mute.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, just put some
Then
sunglasses
carry him
on.
around like
And,
Wakanda Bernie's.
I'm already stuffed in the crate in the caravan. Hell's taking so long.
You guys, how about you guys find a helmet with a
smugglers.
visor?
What type of helmet? Like a warrior's helmet?
Yeah, like warriors helmet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a helmet with a visor.
But that's just a kid in a helmet. That's weird.
That is
No, it's
weird.
not. Like, kids will just play helmets to just say, like, he likes that helmet.
All
Or
the
something.
time.
It's the helmet of his dad.
Somebody's gonna be like, "Kid, it's hot in here. Why don't you take off that helmet?" And
Then
then
we- then we can just-
Alphonse.
We're in a manor, so we'll just find like a suit of armor, and it'll be we'll Alphonse him.
He can't take
Well,
it off.
let's say,
It's part of his
let's say, like,
outfit.
if anyone says anything, you can just be like, oh, it's his dad's helmet. He doesn't want to take it off.
I mean, that works too. I'm kind of in
Like, you
favor of
just give it like a
Alphonsing
push
him,
noise.
but
what
I
if we get
guess
attacked
sure.
and he
Let's.
falls and the helmet falls off his head?
You're having
and then
Alphonse.
somebody sees his eyes.
Either way,
It's gonna be dangerous.
We're already in a fight to begin with.
Either way, we gotta go.
And a helmet's cumbersome for him to wear all day.
You don't get
Just-
heavy
He's
money.
only gonna wear it till we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, we never know who's gonna run into us on the road.
Okay,
We can
okay.
Fine.
put it on when the time comes.
Are we okay with the helmet?
Fine
Yes.
by me.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay,
With
Fine.
then we can start debating it. We're all okay with it. Okay, so you guys, it's a small helmet, aiming for
The smaller person.
a smaller person.
Yeah.
I just want to say for the record, this helmet's gonna get us in trouble.
You're gonna get us in trouble. Trying to blind up kids.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you guys head out back, and you find Palamedes already at the barn. And true to his word, you see the Defensal family already there stocking up the clearing out the cart that they have. It's a tall cart with a hangover on top of it. It appears they're pottery tradesmen, and right now they're currently just moving giant pots out of the back of the cart to make room for you guys. Just setting them on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna help him take the pots out of the wagon, and then I'm gonna take out the rope that I have and kind of. Do they have handles? The pots?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna weave it through the handles and then just hoist it over my back and carry it for him.
Michael Fenzel, the dad, says, "Oh, never thought of that.
No reason to leave behind your goods.
30 years. 30 years trading pots. Never thought of that. Oh, well. Yeah. The little Rose Fenzel, the girl, comes and she says, Mr. Shrimble, Mr. Shrimble,
I'll pick her up.
thank you.
Well, of course.
I was scared earlier,
Put her in the wagon.
but, Father told me to tell you thank you.
Well, you're welcome. So is he. I'm glad to see you're doing okay.
Is Mr. Ismon here?
I'm gonna reach behind my back and draw the bard. Here
Go
it is.
fuck yourself. I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna walk
Here's the
over.
equipment.
Thank you, Mr. Ismon.
Yes, of course.
My mommy made these for you, and she wanted you both to have them. They appear to be little bracelets
Oh, okay.
with just little stones and charms on them.
All right, reach forward.
Take
Oh, is it big enough to go around my wrist?
Yeah, it's stretchy.
Okay.
Barely any of it. Don't spread out too far.
It's like ripping at the seams.
She gives one to you. She gives one to you.
I'm gonna
Well,
attach
thank you.
it to like the end of my my violin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an attunement
Yeah.
slot.
Okay. It takes a bit to clear out the cart, but eventually they're able to shuffle everything aside and make a room so that they're able to hide you guys inside the cart, and then make a wall of pottery to kind of block it from the back.
Do I fit in there? Is it a big cart?
You kind of fit in the main part of it, just sitting in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and everyone's just kind of like sitting around you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can sit in my lap.
No.
Okay.
Are the pots big
So
enough for me to
pottery.
hide in?
As a full human person? No, maybe the kid.
What do you mean?
There you go. You don't need a helmet.
Maybe
Just put it in
Bibble
a
if you
pot,
take
carry
out his
him around.
heart. Just brace down.
Is he like Kazooie from Banjo Kazooie, just sit in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is the 6 of you, the 5 of you with the boy and Palamedes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rose is also in the back with you guys.
Which one's Rose?
The little girl.
Okay.
And then in the front driving is Sally and Michael Fenzel, the mom and dad. Alright. You guys set off, and true to the word, no one suspects anything. The riot is raging out front, and you guys do wonder what might happen to this small town after you leave it, but you have greater things to deal with at this time. Perhaps you can pursue it in the future. But you leave town easily. No one thinks much of the Fenzel family. And as you guys are riding down the road, you see Rose sitting across from Jameson. And she says, "What's wrong with him?"
He doesn't talk much. He had a rough childhood.
Yeah, I know, but what's wrong with him? Michael said, "That's not nice, Rose. Don't stop that. What's wrong with him?"
Oh yeah,
I'm not
by the
sure
way,
if
Bill
we're
named
taking him
Jameson.
to a place that might help us find
do it
that
that
out.
Oh.
I was wondering who the fuck Jameson was.
Are
but I
you-
guess now
Well,
I know.
Are you his mommy?
I'm a man, so no. But this one is his mommy.
Oh.
What's with you today?
Hold a grudge after that fight.
So
What
you're
the
his
fuck?
daddy?
Yes.
Oh. And you're also his daddy?
No.
He's his father.
Oh.
I'm so confused.
What does that make you two?
His uncle.
Oh.
I'm his pa.
Oh, okay.
His daddy, his father, and his pa.
Very confusing. Seems you guys have a full house situation going on.
I want to be Uncle Jesse.
Oh, I already called Jesse
Yeah, you already
earlier.
called Jesse.
Fine. I want to be Danny Tanner.
Okay. Eventually, the cart comes to a stop, and just as Palomino said, you guys arrived at a fork in the road. Now, from your description of the last portal that you saw, Evan, it was to the south of Cape Corn, southwest, so inwards, inland. However, they're going to continue down to La Renault. And La Renault, if you're looking on the map over here, would be just down here, near where the Z of the ZVC is, like this little peninsula here.
And we need to go further into the desert, I suppose, by the coloring.
Yeah.
Circle it.
Yeah, so La Renault would be right here. Currently, you guys are right here.
Oh, we got
yeah,
a long
we-
way to go.
So you think the nearest portal is just going to be inland, about here.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
it's not that far.
okay.
But Palomino is a long journey. Only if someone had train tracks.
Oh, speaking of, while we're riding along in the wagon, I do want to scribble a note and send it ahead.
Okay.
To the conclave.
What do you want the note to say?
That's a good
On my way.
point.
Hey, yo, what up, gamers?
I don't know what to say about the kid because if it gets intercepted, I don't want it.
Just say we're on the way.
Yeah, just say your anyway.
But I have to have good reason to bring you in there.
Oh.
Say it's important. You're using your guest passes. I need those for family.
Okay. I'm just gonna put down that we found some odd artifact that needs to be examined. Artifact of the portal space. It's in the company of myself and 2 humans.
Do human.
Yeah. Ildebar and Bone.
Okay.
Bone dwarf.
Yeah, specify that.
Did you specify Jameson as a human?
I didn't even identify him as a.
He's calling it an
Intelligent
artifact right
being.
now.
It'll be
Yeah,
better.
no,
That's good for
alright.
self-esteem.
He will know.
Yeah, I'm just writing it down and then I'll teleport it forward
Wow.
to the home office.
To the post
Dispatch.
You try. You see the paper lift off your hand as it was going to blink in the portal space, and it just falls back down.
Can I roll spellcraft to see what happened? Or I don't even know if that's a thing, actually.
You roll spellcraft or
I think it's Arcana.
Arcana or Perception.
Not so great when it happens to you.
Whoops. Find that in a second.
Evan like lifts up a piece of paper, doesn't go. He's like, oh, this doesn't normally happen.
I still live.
Oof. 7. Well, actually, can I use my portal sensitivity?
Yeah, okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so 10.
Okay. You notice the portal, it was just impossible to make the connection. It's almost like, if you want the analogy, it was like it was being routed somewhere. Because
Okay.
it wasn't being routed to the right place, it just cut off.
Can I tell it? Did it go in a direction, or is that not how it works? Route pattern in the
Not
wagon?
quite, yeah. Something you notice, Bibble, because you're next to him.
Alright.
As soon as Shrimble tried to make the portal to send his message, you kind of see Jameson do this. He winces.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen.
Are you okay, Slatty? We were
I'm
away.
a slatty.
He stares at you and says something.
Not
Yeah.
if you're okay.
One of them chaos breaches.
You got a reaction out of him. Keep doing it.
No. It looks like you're. Oh, never mind. Well, I have something to speak to you about later.
Why not here?
Oh, we are
Hey.
trying to cut the boy out of this.
Wait,
I thought
we
you
got
were
no
on our
secrets,
team.
are not fun.
And I want some alone time with Shrimble. You guys are
We'll
getting
We'll plenty.
talk about this later.
you guys are getting alone time.
Wait, I want a life-changing adventure with
Anyways,
Shrimble.
we're at the fork in the road, right?
It's
So
my
we're getting
turn.
out, right?
Yeah. The Fensel family and Palamedes are heading on to Lara now.
Okay, so yeah. Do they stop at the fork?
Yeah, they're waiting for you to get out.
Oh, okay, yeah. Move some of the pots and just put them on the ground and climb out.
Okay.
Evan just pushes them all out and breaks them off. He's just climbing out.
Drop out the top of the wagon.
Shattering everything. He was like, okay, well.
Time to go, bro.
Pushed all the broken pots off.
But actually, Shrimp was able to get out of there with extreme, delicate ease.
Yes, like a ballerina.
No, he can't. He has a -1 dex.
And he just shreds and tears apart the entire. It's like,
Crush my feet out the
like
bottom,
breaks
walk
the
away with
wheels.
wagon.
Okay, the Fensel family waves at you and says, well, good luck.
Thank you for your help.
Safe travels.
May the Prophet's graces be with your friends on this road.
Yes, and you.
See ya.
Are they gone now?
Yeah, they're leaving. Palamedes left with them too.
Okay, now that we're all... No outsiders are here. Now that we're all alone, there's no outsiders here. When you tried to send that message to your portal, it looked to have caused some harm to little Jameson.
Why are we calling him Boy James?
Because that's his name.
Did he agree
His
to
name
it?
was Tim G.
He did.
Did he?
He agreed to it, yep.
I look at Jameson.
Because I was there when he
Did,
started me to-
did he verbally acknowledge that that was his
Did
name?
he get
No,
consent?
he
Did he
blankly
consent?
stared at him. It was
Oh.
there.
His name's not Jameson.
It's a good name. It's the name of the man who named me.
That's cool. It means no, we had nothing to
But
owe.
you told me earlier that you named you.
Did I? I don't remember.
Yeah, you said you came up with it.
Ah,
Is
never
your
mind.
name Jameson?
It's a good name.
I don't mind it. But
You can-
also not his parents. It's not our place.
So we call him Jameson.
About the portal space stuff.
It looked like it hurt the lad.
Try it
I figured
again.
that may be an issue. He has such a strong connection with the portal space.
Lad? Are you okay? If he tries to do that again,
Are you gonna stick your finger in his mouth?
He stares at you and says nothing.
would you be able to let him send his message?
He stares at you and says nothing.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay. The same paper?
Yeah.
Alright, once again, you see him wince in pain.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay. Keep him here. I'm gonna walk down the road. I'm gonna go 100 feet away from the boy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try again.
Same effect.
Hmm?
Same effect.
Okay.
You don't see him as wince as much. But you see him blink and close his eyes.
It didn't look to have hurt him as much. Go further.
I'm gonna go another 50 feet.
Okay.
No, further than that. Further.
How far are you willing to go before you just give up? Realistically.
300 feet.
Okay, at 300 feet, it's still no effect.
Okay.
What about the
I'm gonna
kid?
trudge
Did it
on
hurt him as
back.
bad?
He still winces every time.
I went
poor
like
guy.
15 miles.
Yeah, we'll leave the
I
kid.
can't teleport.
Oh, I didn't see you to teleport.
We don't walk that far.
Well,
What
if
kind
the
of people do you
kid
think we are?
if the
Go
kid
walk.
walks in that direction, you walk in that direction, you each only think of half a mile.
That's only 7.5
Yeah.
miles.
We yell back. Pick him up. Head the other way.
No, we're not doing that.